Hey everyone, Eric Crone here with Mad Squirrel Tech. Wanted to talk a little bit about some things that have been very newsworthy recently, and the big one being the Southwest Airlines meltdown. Now, obviously, they've been canceling flights. It's been going on for about a week now. It's been nothing but mayhem out there and insanity. So, of course, when you look online on Twitter and in Facebook groups and things like that, you get people that are also kind of throwing out different ideas about what's going on. And one of the things that I've been hearing that I wanted to address is I've seen a number of people say, well, maybe this was a hack. And some have even said, it's cybercrime. It's related to the same sort of thing that happened to Colonial Pipeline, which that was ransomware, of course. But I got to tell you, I don't see any evidence whatsoever of a cyber attack here. What I think may have happened is, quite frankly, old and antiquated system being overloaded or something went wrong, and then it just spiraled out of control, unfortunately. This is something that's not it's not unique in the IT world. We've seen it happen, but this had really bad timing and really impacted a whole lot of people. Now, the unfortunate part of this is I'm going to bet at least a couple of meetings, somebody was in there raising their hand saying, hey, you know what? This system is old. It's got problems. If something happens, it's going to be a nightmare. And some other people maybe said, you know what? We don't have the budget to fix it. Maybe next year. And they basically accepted the risk. That's not unusual either. Unfortunately, we've seen what happens here. And this isn't the first time that airline systems have gone down. I mean, years ago, I was in Vegas during the opening weekend for the Bellagio, and one of the airline systems went down there, and they had to call into their main hub to get the ticket information for each individual person. I mean, the lines were ridiculous. It happens. But what's unfortunate here is it's very clear that not only did the system go down, but also that the manual processes just didn't work. So, this is the lesson we can take from this as people with businesses, working in organizations, and such. This kind of thing can happen. This is the kind of thing that can be a result of ransomware, and we've seen it time and time again. So if you have a business, you work in a business, you have some responsibility for this kind of stuff, take this lesson and learn from it. Make sure you understand what happens when your computer systems go down. What happens when they die? What happens when something goes horribly wrong? Do you have paper processes? Are you able to track what's going on? Do you have a backup thing? Thinking about like medical, for example, hospitals. Do you have a way to get a hold of your doctors if it all goes wrong? Or is all of that information, are their phone numbers and such, are they all digital in a database somewhere that can be taken offline? So again, there's a lot we can learn from what happened here, and I hope people will take that and use it wisely. Unfortunately, this is really been a problem for a lot of people, and I think Southwest has a lot of explaining to do as to what happened here and why it went so poorly. This is impacting people's lives. I mean, this is no joke here. This has been brutal. But again, if we can take something good from this, it's going to be that there is lessons in this for us to consider within our organizations. We need to look at how we can prevent these kinds of attacks. We need to do tabletop exercises to ensure we understand how things are going to go when these systems are taken completely offline. Even if you have a modern and up-to-date system, ransomware can take that down in no time at all. So, having said that, give it a thought. Maybe we can learn something good from this. Until then, stay safe.